really want to speak to you today about something that's truly about being limitless, right? That's why we're here. That's what we're doing. There are so many, if you are in a place in your life right now where you're experiencing midlife, maybe you are an empty nester, or you're just in midlife doing a lot of questioning on what has been for you, what has decisions that you made, decisions that you didn't make, how, where you are in life, things that you have, things that you wanted, things that you wish were different. Midlife is, they call it a midlife crisis because it's very big on reflection. And this is what I want to share with all my beautiful lady loves that are here, because the women that find me know that they're meant for more. They're ready to play a bigger game. They're done hiding and playing small. And they're awakened. They're awakened to a higher consciousness that lives within them. And they've experienced the beauty and the gems and the gifts from that connection to that guidance. And they want it to go deeper. They want to know they know that they're meant for an extraordinary life. And they're not here to play by anybody else's rules. And they're not here to live an ordinary life by any means. And they're ready to go big, no matter what their age, what's going on for them. That's what they're here for. That's the calling on their heart. And I am here to show you the way and to give you the principles, the guidance, the teaching, and the insights on how to do just that. So I feel so blessed and so honored. I've been doing this a long time, and it never fails to amaze me at the gifts that I receive in doing this, and the profound transformations that I witness. And it doesn't have to take a long time, and it doesn't have to be hard. And that's one of the things I want to talk about today. Yes, it can feel scary to step into your power. Yes, it can feel unfamiliar, because anything that is unfamiliar is scary because it's new until it's not. And then the unfamiliar becomes familiar, and then the uncomfortable becomes comfortable. And then being in your comfort zone becomes uncomfortable because you realize that you're not growing and you're not changing. That's really how I experience life now. When I am comfortable and I'm bored and I'm like, I am not growing, I'm stagnating. My soul did not come here to just live a status quo existence of Groundhog's Day in and day out. It came here to expand, express, to grow, to transmute, transform, to impact, to experience, to laugh my ass off, to have epic experiences, and to, like I said, live an extraordinary life. And that's the commitment. Now with that, there can be discomfort, but there's also a lot of excitement. But I've trained myself to be excited by the not knowing. One of the things that was really, really powerful for me to learn, and it was almost, I didn't learn it until about 7 years in. And as a result of that, I experienced a lot of discomfort in my growth and in my trainings. I had hired coaches that weren't aligned with me. I kind of lost my voice in my experience of them. I was not grounded in my truth, and they also weren't really aligned with what my soul was calling me to. And they were necessary. So there are never any wrong choices. I don't believe in that. A few things that I want to say to you is, if you are operating from past consciousness and constantly looking back at what was instead of what is, then you will always be operating, bringing the past into the present, which means you are always living in half the energy and the potency to create, because you are absorbed from a past energy. The past is done. It doesn't matter. I had one of the women in Limitless Academy say to me, well, what do you do if your past was real? How do you change it? How do you let go of it? And my answer to her was very true. I said, it's not real. It's only real to you. You can ask anybody else that was a participant in your past, and they will have a completely different experience with completely different conviction around how it went down and what it was like for them. And everyone in life is experiencing through their own lens. Now, as I had shared just a minute ago, I said one of the most profound things that happened for me about 7 years into coaching was I realized that I get to write my own rules. I get to create my own rules. Oh, my love, Valerie, you're here. Hi, honey buddy. I get to create my own rules. And what I also learned was I get to challenge the rules. I get to challenge all the rules. I get to challenge what anybody says. And I really want to share this with you, and it's so important. We are here living a human experience, and all the rules and all the things that have been placed on us by society, by years past, all the dogma, everything that we've ever read, including that of the Bible, has been created by another human being. If you don't like something that you read or heard, time, money, we created these. God did not create these. The universe did not create these. We created these constructs. If there are things in your present day reality either put on you by family, I want you to challenge the status quo. I want you to start to challenge, what are the identities that I've taken on? What are the roles that I've taken on? What rules am I choosing to live by, and why? What am I listening to from society? If society says something like, oh, it's all downhill after the age of 40. By this age, you've got to do this. By this age, like, I don't understand this whole desire to retire. And then just what? Like, I don't get it, because now more than ever, we're living like into our hundreds. So I want to keep thriving and learning and growing and reinventing myself. And I get that, you know, there's something to like traveling the world and just like not having to do anything, but why not? Like, why is that retiring? Why can't that just be like living your best life and still using your mind and body and learning and growing? This is my own thing. So I just want to say to you that you get to challenge everything. You know, I remember people said to me, oh, well, you know, it's easy keeping your weight off. Wait until you turn 40. And then I turned 40. And then it was like, oh, well, now you're really like without your thyroid and it's going to be like so hard. Watch this. And I'm like, okay, that happened. That was not my reality. And it's like, oh, well, wait till you hit 45. And I was like, yeah, I don't buy into anything you're saying like about any of this. You get to write your own rules and how this gets to go for you. Everything, all of it. When people ask me about quantum leaping and collapsing time, it is truly just you deciding that you get to create your own experience of how you want to get from point A to point B. If you want to subscribe to, I must go to this many years of school, and then I need to go up this corporate ladder, and then I can only make this much money because it just doesn't, there's no other way given that this is my job, then that will be, you're limiting yourself in a box. But what if you just open to what is the desire on my heart? I run a program called Sacred Success Circle, and we had started this week, and I was saying to them, you know that your entire world would be turned upside down. You would not even be able to, who you are in 1 year, you wouldn't even be able to recognize yourself if you simply just subscribe to this one thought, that any desire on your heart is meant for you and on its way to you. Any desire on your heart is meant for you and it's on its way to you. If you just operated from that one belief, your entire life would transform. Why? Because you've erased the how, the fear, the attachment, is it going to happen? Well, how is that going to happen? And that's the lowest vibrational frequency, trying to figure out the how, sitting in the, I still don't have it yet. Did I lose the weight yet? Let me weigh myself again. Did I find the love yet? Wait, where are they? Did I, right? Like, that's a searching energy. That's a lack energy. When you truly, hear this again, if you believed that every desire on your heart was implanted there by divine consciousness because it has already happened for you, it is here for you, it is meant for you in this reality, in this lifetime, that you will have that thing, you would honestly live with immense peace, immense joy, and you would be in the excitement. You would plan for it. You'd be like, that's going to be my new house. Well, God, I've got to put my Pinterest board together. Like, what do I want my master bedroom to look like? And what do I want this room to look like? Wait, that's going to be my body and my health? I'm going on a shopping spree. Where do I want to, what do I want? Okay, well, that's going to be coming soon. So I don't and then you would find that the way in which you would operate in the world, the actions that you would take, the vibration that you would emit, and the joy that you would have would create a spiraling effect of you taking inspired actions, of you being a vibrational match, which would mean that you would easily collapse time and quantum leap yourself there very, very quickly, because you were in the faith, you were in the direct connection to that is mine without question. I don't need to pray on it a million times. I don't need to sit and meditate on it till the cows come home. I don't need to ask everybody and their mother their opinion about it. I don't need to sit and journal 1,000 times in 1,000 ways and go, well, how am I going to get there? I just get to know that I'm going to show up. It is going to be mine. So I'm going to do everything knowing that when that comes to me, I am ready for it. I am ready. So right now, if I know that I'm going to be a multimillionaire and I know that I cannot manage my finances, well, then I'm going to go get myself in a finance course and make sure that I am ready for when that money comes. If I know that my body is going to look like that, well, I'm not going to go eat gallons of ice cream, right? I'm going to start preparing myself, right? If I know that I can keep going with this, but you get it? It's that faith and it's the knowing. So if you just trusted without question, then you would remove the gap, the lack, the dissonance, and you would be in such a joy-filled state. And that's truly what God states over and over again in the Bible. And that's what's reiterated to us multiple times. It's ask and it is given. And so instead of asking, just say, thank you, it is done. It is done. And that's truly when we operate from the limitless consciousness. And that's really my invitation for you today. Okay? So if you do nothing else, do that. Challenge the rules. Ask yourself, am I living on my terms? What do I want? Because, honey, there is only one you. Your soul came here for its own unique experience. Who gives a damn what anybody thinks or what anybody else is doing or how anybody else is living? Are you happy? Are you proud of you? And if you're not, then start to go, well, what would I want to be different? And then just say, show me the way. What's my right next step? And then create visions around it so that you are passively and progressively programming your mind. Remember, the mind cannot achieve that which it does not perceive. And we cannot perceive that which we can't conceive. So we want to put it in front of us. We want to see it. And then we get to do any limiting beliefs work around, well, why can't that be mine? Why that person? If they did it. Remember, if you see somebody else that has what you want, and if you're scrolling socials and you're like, that makes me feel bad, instead of feeling bad, go, wow, I just saw my future body. Wow, I just saw how much money's coming for me. Oh, wow, I just got an exact snapshot of what my business model gets to be when I launch it because she's doing what I want to do. Thank you for showing me the way. There are so many beautiful nuggets here for you today. I'd love to know which one spoke to you the most. And thank you for being here for another day of Limitless Living Live. And I will see you next Thursday, same time. All my love, guys. Bye.